Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fortune Field. We got an excellent one on the docket for you here this evening as your own Tuscarora Huskies are set to defend home turf against the Loudoun Valley Vikings. My name's Ronan Haycoop. His name is Jack Holland. We're going to be around with you all evening long. And as we set the Tuscarora Huskies in all blue, moving right to left, the Loudoun Valley Vikings in their away white, moving left to right. It's been an interesting season for the Tuscarora Huskies. Fell in the state quarterfinals last year against Jefferson Forest and have since not lost too much steam, obviously losing some key points to that team last year, but still with a lot of talent. They have reached the third seed in the district going into the district finals.
Let's go Huskies!
And Jack, you've been here all year. I'm coming back from school. What does this team need to do to win this game?
Right, so first let's break down what they've been doing to win games. And so far from what I've seen, they win games when Ethan Frazier, Diego Avalar, and Matthew Guzman, as long with Miguel Soriano, are all on the same page. And you can't forget Brian Polo, as usually when they're winning games, they're playing very, very, aggressive on defense. And they're not even letting teams get shots up on Miguel. And I think that when they face high offenses, sometimes they get stuck a little bit when they face those good offenses. But hopefully they'll face some good teams and they'll prepare them for the playoffs. Hope the best.
Exactly. So as we start, long kickoff from the Loudoun Valley Vikings. They have it pinned back deep in Tuscarora territory, and Miguel Soriano going to scoop that one up between the sticks. No problem. Almost a minute to go here. 40 minutes in this first half of football. And Carlos Gonzalez is going to launch one down into the attacking third is Ethan Frazier. He's been the money man for Tuscarora for the better part of his career. Now in his senior year for the Tuscarora Huskies wearing that armband. He's going to throw in from Frazier to Polo.
Right, and Ethan Frazier is the type of player that if he doesn't score 2 goals, it's almost like a down game for him. But for most other players, if you even score a goal, it's usually a good game. So you kind of see the standard set for Frazier here.
And with the counterattack, the Vikings now in hot pursuit. Nicholas Elko now moving up. It's going to be found in the attacking third by 13 of the Vikings, Newport. And they are going to use the advantage. So there's going to be a foul called all the way back on Brian Polo. And that's just what you were talking about, Jack, earlier, is that high intensity. The Tuscarora Huskies, certainly a team not afraid to foul, not afraid to give up a couple yellow cards if it means keeping that clean sheet.
Right, I believe it was against Rockridge. They won the game 4-2. Both 2 goals scored with Rockridge were late in the game that were given up. But as I was saying, Tuscarora, they played phenomenal that game, even though they had plenty of cards and, definitely a bunch of calls didn't go their way. But despite that, they still put up plenty of points, and the chemistry was showing.
And the Tuscarora Huskies pinned back deep in their own end. Adam Linder shielding off the forward, and that is going to go out for a goal kick. Smart piece of defending from the junior. And now Miguel Soriano up for the goal kick. He's got his center backs, Jeffrey Stern and Diego Avalar, in the box with them. He's going to go short to Diego. He's going to move across the box. The Tuscarora Huskies cycling in possession. Going to move up to find the target man, number 8, Riviera. It's going to be stolen away by number 12, Sonnen. And that's just what the Tuscarora Huskies do. Fighting back to win the ball is William Maea.
And you want to bring up Miguel Soriano, the goalie. A lot of his goals that he's allowed have really come up from free kicks. As it seems as though when it's not a free kick, his instincts are pretty good when saving the ball, but when it is a free kick, he kind of freezes a little bit. Hopefully he gets over that little hump as he gets older.
Exactly, and as a defender, you know your goaltender is not confident on those free kicks. You need to not give those up, and the long arching ball over to Mwena Galway is going to be headed off by the Viking defense. Linder has it now, moving inside to number 8 of the Huskies, Riviera. Riviera out wide to Polo. Dumps it off to Frazier. Frazier in the attacking third now. Going to move over to William Maea. Inside to Frazier. Frazier one-on-one with the net, and it's going to be tapped away. Divine intervention there by the Viking defender, that being Saeed Ryan, excuse me. And Guzman gonna take that back in midfield as he does so well. Guzman, such an important player for this Tuscarora team. Galway has it now. Gonna move it up to Riviera. Riviera probing and probing. And Avalar has it now. Moving upfield, gonna drive through. Gonna move to the left wing to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, cross comes in. Nothing too difficult for Colin Byrne to take it away for the Vikings. The throw is gonna be stolen away by Linder, however. Galway has it now. Gonna move back inside of the middle of midfield to Polo.
And as you're talking about the midfield, especially with Guzman, sometimes him or even Diego Avalar will just send it and take it through the middle and get a shot up on goal. And I've seen a few times both of them score on just taking it and running.
And Tuscarora are going to win a set piece here right at the 30-yard line of the Vikings. And Polo is going to be the lone Husky to stand over it. Polo with the left foot, going to put it into the top of the box, going to be headed away. Polo gets it back to Guzman. Guzman trying to chip it into Avalar, and that is going to be dinked over to Colin Byrne between the sticks for the Vikings. So Vikings not showing too much mishap thus far in this one. The punt going to come stolen away by Polo. Tuscarora doing an excellent job of winning those 50-50 balls in the middle of midfield. Guzman going to cycle back to his center back, Avalar. Avalar to the winger, Galway. Galway moving up. Guzman going to come away with the 50-50 again. And Guzman just shows so much class on the ball. Just takes his time. Not too many times do you see Matthew Guzman lose the ball. And William A. over to Polo. Polo's going to take a crack on net, and that's going to sail just over the bar. The first time the Tuscarora Huskies have been truly threatening. As Brian Polo with that left foot from just outside the 18 is going to just miss that one.
And I like what you're saying about Guzman's ball controls. He's very, very protective and efficient when he has the ball. He doesn't lose it too many times, as you were saying. And he avoids the situations where he will in the first place.
The Tuscarora Huskies are going to win the throw-in off the foot of Bonner. And the Vikings win it back quickly. It's going to go out for a throw-in on that far side. Linder up for the throw-in. He's going to go inside of the middle to find Riviera. Riviera with the attempted dump off from Galway is going to be cleared away by the left back of the Vikings. And the Tuscarora Huskies just got to let themselves play their own game. Don't let Valley dictate how they move the ball around. That's how this team causes problems. Obviously graduated 12 seniors last year, so not the team they were last year, but it was always the Vikings were that team in the playoffs you didn't want to play. Riviera going to take a shot with the weak foot from the far side, going to be scooped up with ease by Byrne. And Bonner going to play it to his winger, number 5, Elko. Elko going to spin with it. He's going to play the ball down the line. Bell is there, but so is Diego Avalar, so he's going to steal that one away. Avalar going to turn tail and play it back to Miguel Soriano. Almost poked away there. Nearly a costly mistake in their own defensive third between center back Avalar and Miguel Soriano. But fortunately enough for the Tuscarora Huskies, the Vikings unable to get anything with that. They're going to go all the way back to their own end. Going to be cleared away by the keeper, Byrne. Going to be fielded down by Galway. And number 22, Gavin Krug's going to send that one into the clouds. It's going to come down with it is Gonzalez fighting ticky-tacky for the ball. And now the Tuscarora Huskies are going to come away with it. That is William Miea. Guzman inside to Riviera, stolen away by Ryan. And an attempted skill in the middle of midfield from the Vikings comes up with nothing as the Tuscarora Huskies going to steal the ball away, courtesy of Matthew Guzman.
See if they can get a push here.
And Polo here as it had Frazier, but just Bonner there. Polo still has it, not being pressed. He's going to try to dump it into Miea, and he's going to get it. With the left-footed cross comes in. Galway is there. Shots blocked and cleared away. It is going to be all the way almost into Tuscarora territory now. And the Vikings are pushing here. Linder is there. Does just enough. It wasn't pretty, but you could take it any way you get. The Vikings still with it, though. And the chip comes in, headed away by Jeffrey Stern.
Come on.
And the ball stolen away from Guzman out of the air. Not something you're used to seeing. And Polo going to play it over to Mejia on the left wing. And the ball bouncing, going to be headed to from Mwenagawe. However, number 11, Stevens of the Vikings, is going to come away with a slide tackle from Mejia down the left side. And Frazier now with a chance, but Bonner is there. And I could even talk back to my playing days. Those Bonner brothers certainly were going to make it difficult for you to put some behind. However, this season, the Tuscarora Huskies won the last matchup between these two teams 5-1. And I think that has something a little bit to do with how this team is gelled in the offensive third with guys like Ethan Frazier and Brian Polo in their 4th year playing on varsity together.
Right, a very intimidating offensive attack here for Tuscarora, as they've proven that the past few years. And it's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep up with these players, especially with Frazier and Polo's speed. You need to get some guys out there that can handle that.
And Frazier right there dancing at the end of the box. He's going to let that one go. Had his sights set on the top left corner, but Byrne just enough to get it away. That will be a Tuscarora corner. Gonzalez standing over it on this near side.
Good job there by Byrne, just getting in front of it, smacking it out. Good shot. Good save. Can't say too much about it.
That is definitely something the Vikings are going to have to rely on. The outswinger is going to be headed at Avalar. You can see the frustration on his face. Both Galway and Avalar went for it. Avalar certainly had the right to it. Galway just must have not heard Avalar yelling for the ball on that far post. The Vikings take a sigh of relief here as Bonner in to take the goal kick. Bonner is going to set that one fly. Long goal kick, going to land in Tuscarora territory. The Vikings are going to come away with it. Linder, however, is going to steal it right back. And we saw Adam Linder become a key part of this Tuscarora team last season in their state championship run. Definitely not a guy that was thought to be that big of, not to have that big of an impact at the end of the regular season, but he stepped up when injuries came in, and that's exactly what you need from those young guys on any high school team.
Right, Linder's that kind of guy that always plays physical defense, and he's always in the game, and every once in a while he'll get a very clutch goal, very important goal, and he's just, as you were saying, a very underrated player, honestly.
And the Vikings holding possession in Tuscarora's end. Guzman comes away with it. Linder down that far touch line. He's going to send it in. The pass was intended for Ethan Frazier, and he's going to get onto it. And Saeed Raeen coming back from the middle of midfield to take care of it. The Vikings definitely sitting very far back on Ethan Frazier. They're aware of the speed and skill he possesses. And Krug fighting with Mwenagawe. Tuscarora Huskies going to come away with it. Guzman to Polo. To Frazier. Frazier's at the 20-yard line. Williams going to cut inside. He's going to let one fly. Bouncing ball, not corralled by Byrne. Gets it out in front of him. Riviera was there almost with the second chance. And Byrne is going to come away with it. He looks like he's a little knocked up on the play. There was some contact between Byrne and his own defender, actually, that being number 15, David Sams.
Should be fine. Looks like he's all right.
Just a little knock for the goalie. And he's going to move to the right for Bonner. Bonner's going to hoist a clearance down the line. It's going to go out just at midfield. So Gonzalez here playing fullback for the Tuscarora Huskies on the touchline with the ball in his hands. He's going to play it on with Frazier with a flick. And it is going to be cleared out by the goalie. And the Vikings now driving with it, going to move to that far touchline. It's going to be poked away just enough from Polo as the Vikings are going to win a corner deep at Tuscarora's end.
Good job there by Polo. Just always, just all over the ball. He's got the quickest feet I've ever seen. It's insane.
His older brother was a Tuscarora Husky for all 4 years, just like Polo was, and they are quite literally the same exact player. Watching a reincarnation, basically. Frazier now, the target man, loses it, and he's going to fight back into his own end. The Vikings have it now. Polo's going to come away with it. Polo going to move to the left side to Gonzalez on this near touchline. Over to William Aya. William going to move over to Frazier. Frazier sitting back in the middle of midfield. He's going to dump it off to his right to Linder. Linder now moving up the far touchline. Going to play into Riviera. Riviera with the flick. Nobody was there. Miscommunication there between him and Guzman. And the Vikings will retake possession.
And that has been a key part of why they have been losing games this year, is miscommunication. From what I've seen, is that a lot of the time that Guzman or Avalar try to set up a play, and, you know, people aren't on the same page, not realizing the ball's coming to them, and a lot of the times it ends up giving up opportunities to score.
And the diagonal ball from the Vikings proved threatening. The ball well over the bar, away from Miguel Soriano, and more importantly for the Tuscarora Huskies, away from the net. Soriano going to motion his players up the field for a long goal kick. Soriano, long goal kick, going to land right at midfield. Going to be snatched up by Raheen. Raheen moving forward. Linder with the clearance. And Galway's going to smartly let it go out. It will be a Tuscarora throw-in on that far touchline just shy of midfield. Galway controls the corner. Excuse me, goal kick. Throw-in. Oh, my goodness. It's been a minute. Ethan Frazier with the diagonal ball looking for Miea.
Oh.
And it won't prove anything as Connor Phelps was right there for the Viking defense. And Polo here now to Mejia. Mejia over to Frazier. Frazier cutting inside to Riviera. Going to move over to Polo. Polo to Carlos Gonzalez. Gonzalez working up the far touchline. The cross comes in on the ground. Going to be booted away by Bonner. Controlled by the Tuscarora Huskies. Polo has it now. Tuscarora Huskies looking in this final third. Maya bumped up the ball. No foul there, says the referee. Avalar going to come well off his post to collect that one. Going to find Frazier in the middle of midfield. Frazier going to move to his left to Polo. Polo with the left foot moves back to Frazier. And the Vikings are sitting on that low block, getting everybody behind the ball to prevent this Tuscarora offense from really getting going. You can see it. They have no problem getting into the attacking third, but once they get into that attacking third, they don't have too many options as the Vikings have the number advantage. Soriano going to move upfield, going to boot it all the way, and Bonner is going to collect it for the Vikings. Bonner going to move to his winger. It's going to be stolen away by Linder. Linder's been excellent
as you're
protecting that right side.
Sorry about that, but as you were saying in that, go ahead. That third quarter, when Tuscarora gets down by the Valley goal, they get closed in on, they get suffocated, and they tweak out. They don't know what to do sometimes, and hopefully they can get past that maybe before the second half. But if they don't, hopefully they come out the second half with a different little game plan coming in there.
And the Tuscarora Huskies look threatening there for just a moment. You could see Phelps trying to shield away Mejia and let the ball go out back towards the corner flag, and Mejia poked it away. Almost looked like he was going to get away with it, but went out for a goal kick. Short goal kick to Bonner. Bonner going to boot that one upfield. Going to be collected by the Tuscarora Huskies, and the Huskies have it now. Ethan Frazier trying to spin. Bonner is there, using that size to his advantage. And Krug on the far touchline. And the Tuscarora Huskies do just enough. Goal kick, still have it. And Stern is going to knock that one over the fence. Excuse me, Sten, my apologies. Krug with the overarching throw-in. Going to be poked away by Avalar. Great clearance. Avalar, a VCU commit for soccer. Plays at a high level for club. Not sure where he's at now, but definitely a name to look out for moving into the next level. Riviera fighting with Raheen in the middle of midfield for possession. Raheen's going to win that battle. William Mejia is there, and they're going to say he fouled him.
Ooh.
So the Vikings able to pick up a set piece in Tuscarora's end, and with that right foot of Bonner, almost anything from any distance can be effective. It is looking like it is going to be Raheen standing over the ball, however. The Vikings' bread and butter last year was their set pieces, and they're going to win the header. Going to be no difficulty, though, for Soriano as he picks up the bouncing ball just inside his 6. He's going to move to a left slow roll to Avalar, and he's going to take off. Avalar driving upfield, assessing his options. Going to move to May off the near touchline. He was trying to find Polo in transition. He's going to be poked away from the Vikings. Costly turnover in their own end for the Tuscarora Huskies.
Right, these turnovers are stacking up and just taking away fast breaks and see if they can capitalize off maybe a turnover from Valley.
May going to clear that one wide. Frazier in pursuit. And that was a great piece of goalkeeping by Byrne, coming out of his own box, using his feet well to get that one out of the clutches of Ethan Frazier. You'd have to say he doesn't make that play. That's certainly a goal for the Tuscarora Huskies.
Oh, 100%. Frazier, I don't think you could even catch up to Frazier if you make an error close to him.
The Tuscarora Huskies pressing up high now on Bonner. Frazier and Riviera both in the 18 of the Vikings. In the clearance, Linder going to step up and take that one away. Good stuff from the junior. And Riviera is going to get called with a foul. He went down. Possibly a studs up call there. It was clean. Took the ball away from the defender. Referee didn't like the looks of it, however. So a set piece deep in their own end for the Vikings. Bonner now going to send it upfield. End over end ball going to be headed away by Diego Avalar, and the Tuscarora Huskies fighting for those 50-50 balls in the middle of midfield. A back and forth game. Neither team has had much quality possession. It's been a game of 50-50 balls, and it's still 0-0 here with 18 and a half minutes to go. Great ball from Matthew Guzman. One hops into the clutches of Byrne. Ethan Frazier was right there. And the Tuscarora Huskies threatening thus far, definitely making Byrne work for it. And the punt is going to find number 19 of the Vikings.
And there's nothing better you've seen this year from Tuscarora than Guzman or Avalar just booting a ball from the 50 down to the 10, right into Frazier, right into his space, and Frazier just makes a move and scores a goal. You've seen it a few times this year. It's just, it's literally poetry. It's art, just in its purest form here.
And for the Tuscarora Huskies, Mwena Gawe is going to go onto the bench, and William now is going to step into that right winger spot. And you could see him getting a little earful on the bench as Gawe from head coach Dave Lazarchuk. Frazier dumps it off the throw, and Mejia is there. He's in the 18. He's going to dump it off to Polo. The shot from Polo deflected just wide. And the referee going to say last touch, no deflection. Could have sworn that glanced off a Viking defender, but nonetheless, it will be a goal kick.
Good shot nonetheless. That's what they want.
And Bonner going to send it upfield here. Guzman is there, going to try to corral it. It's going to be won away by the Vikings. Polo now working. Polo going to send it upfield. Frazier is there, and he's going to be just a step off sides. And the defenders knew what was coming there when Polo put his head down and stepped up. That's kind of one of the few ways you can really contain Ethan Frazier, is trying to get him off sides, especially how the Tuscarora Huskies love to use that long ball. As a center midfielder, you got to not let the center backs know what's going on. Keep your head up. Don't put the head down until the last moment. Try to catch them off guard, but the Vikings knew exactly what was coming. And Avalar going to be fouled off the set piece, and Guzman going to send it upfield. Goes quickly with the set piece, and Ethan Frazier one-on-one with the keeper. He's going to get in, and it's going to be tapped off the goal line by number 15, David Sams. and he was right there with it, just barely.
So disappointing there.
And Byrne got a touch with it with his foot just at the top of the box, pushed Ethan Frazier to that far right side. Not much angle. He put it on goal, but gave just enough time for David Sams to get back and clear it off the goal line. So will be a Tuscarora corner. Ethan Frazier standing over the ball. He's going to be looking for Guzman on this one. The outswinger goes to the first defender, cleared away. Polo going to come away with it in the middle of midfield. Frazier dancing up that far touchline.
Looking for
Gonna cut
revenge.
inside, and he goes in, and it's going to be scooped up by Byrne. The cross came across the face of goal, but there was not a Tuscarora Husky there to poke it in. And Avalar going to head it away. The Vikings now moving upfield. William now fighting. It's going to be dumped into the box, and Miguel Soriano is there. Going to move to his left to Avalar. Avalar, long overarching ball. It was looking for Frazier. Frazier was not ready for it, however. The Vikings have it now with Raheen. Moving into Tuscarora's final third. Maya now, stolen away. Gonzalez has it. Gonzalez looking upfield for Frazier. Frazier dumps it back.
Another costly turnover there by Tuscarora.
I would definitely like to see Tuscarora diversify how they're moving upfield right now. Need to move with some better possession up the middle of midfield as opposed to this long kick run setup. And the Vikings for a second there had it. Miguel Soriano's going to scoop that one up off the shot.
Right, and as you were saying, maybe the long ball is not really working today, and maybe find some other outlets they can go to get some points, but we haven't really seen that. I think they're still trying a little bit.
And the long punt is from Soriano, going to be corralled by the Vikings quickly. Stolen away again by the Tuscarora Huskies, and Mae is going to get fouled. And Frazier's going to get it off the quick set piece. Frazier now at the 20-yard line, down the left touch line. Polo with it now. Polo dancing at the top of the box, going to dump it off to Frazier. Frazier step over, moves up the left side, cuts it back in, trying to find Polo. And fortunately for the Vikings, Christian Sunday is right there, the freshman making a big play. And the Huskies have it again now. Polo in the middle of midfield, trying to find Gonzalez, And Maya there has it, and he's going to kick a field goal.
And that's another shot area, another just possession in that last third there, just nothing going.
The Tuscarora Huskies need to find a way to be more potent in that final third, produce some options for themselves. As the short goal kick's going to go to Bonner. Going to move it to the other center back, Raheen. Raheen moving to his left. It's going to be poked at by Frazier. Raheen still going to keep possession of it. He moves to Bonner. Bonner upfield to the fullback, number 9, Phelps. It's going to be stolen away by Guzman. Guzman, a Marymount commit, will be continuing his collegiate soccer career. And Avalar fighting for it in the Tuscarora end, using that size so well. And that's all you could ask for in a center back. Big, knows how to use his body, and shows composure on the ball. Soriano going to clear it away, headed on by Guzman. Controlled by Phelps. He's going to move up to number 11, Stevens. And Steven is going to lose it. That will go out on the far touchline for a Tuscarora throw-in. Was an errant pass. And with it now are the Vikings. The Vikings moving upfield. Avalar's going to intercept the pass, move up to Guzman. Guzman's got Frazier to his left. He finds him. Frazier now cuts inside, and he's going to be fouled. No. You could see the referee motioning, get up. Bonner using his body, got in front of the ball. The referee's making a judgment call saying Frazier wouldn't have had possession of it. So Guzman now has it. The Tuscarora Huskies building possession just a little bit better than what we saw. 10 minutes left in this first half. Maya moves up. Frazier is there down the far touchline. Frazier dancing with it at his feet. Going to cut inside. Tried the back heel cut over to Maya, and he's going to come away. And the Tuscarora Huskies doing an excellent job pinning the Vikings back right now, as now has it on that far touchline. Back to Linder. Great pass from Linder into the middle of midfield to Guzman to bypass the Viking defense. He moves. Guzman chips it in the far side. Gonzalez in pursuit, and he's just not going to get there. Gonzalez didn't have the pace to get on the ball, and that is going to go out for a Viking throw-in deep in their own corner.
Yeah, no offense to Carlos. I love the guy, but he's definitely not your Ethan Frazier speed type of guy. Definitely can't send him any long balls, but it's good to see when he gets some.
Yeah, you would just like to see a little bit more backspin on that one if you're Matthew Guzman. He's definitely a ball he can hit. Just obviously didn't get the best contact of it. So Galway check back into this one. Guzman going to come away with it. Strong tackle. He's going to try to find Galway. Galway was spinning off. Miscommunication there. The Vikings going to post that one out of bounds. So Frazier now moving upfield. Frazier attracts a collection of Viking defenders anytime he gets the ball. Galway going to cycle it back to Guzman. Guzman to Avalar. Avalar going to drive in. He's going to find Frazier. Frazier tries to flick it on from Gonzalez, but just didn't get enough, and that will go out for a Viking goal kick.
More miscommunication there as another turnover transpires.
And it was the right idea from Ethan Frazier, but definitely not a high percentage look, I guess, if you want to use a basketball term. But obviously, had that one pulled off, that flick gone the Tuscarora Huskies' way, that would have been a highlight play for Ethan Frazier. So the Huskies have it now stolen away in their own end. Galway has it now. Galway one-on-one on the left wing. He moves up. Going to be poked at. He still has it. The referee plays advantage. He's going to find William now off the far side. Now off that far touchline. Going to move over. Linder has it now. The Tuscarora Huskies look threatening for a moment, but the Vikings just took enough time for the rest of their defense to get behind the ball. Polo turns with it. Finds now. Now, inside to Frazier at the top of the box. Frazier spins, looking for that left foot, and he takes it, and that will be a goal for Ethan Frazier. And the Tuscarora Huskies will draw first blood here at Fortune Field. 1-0 in favor of the home team. And just 8 minutes left in this first half. The Tuscarora Huskies have been fighting this whole half for that. And in the final stages of this first half, they finally get one between the sticks.
Right, finally get that first goal. Very relieving for them.
Exactly. When you're playing a team you've already beaten, you definitely don't want to dilly-dally in scoring that first goal. And the Vikings were doing just enough to keep the Tuscarora Huskies out of the net. And we will start here. Quick giveaway from the Vikings. Ooh. And an immediately quick, an identical, I guess, quick giveaway, and another giveaway. And now the Tuscarora Huskies moving into the attacking third. And a shoulder-to-shoulder, a heavy challenge on the winger of the Tuscarora Huskies. Number 19 was there upfield for the Tuscarora Huskies. He had Ethan Frazier, but a great play there is going to knock Jonathan Diaz off the ball. So Linder with the throw in their own end. Frazier has it now. Frazier trying to cut in. He's going to be fouled. Again, the referee says get up. William now trying to keep the ball in and is going to go out on that far touchline.
And Frazier has been the favorite on the Tuscarora team so far this year for no calls, as he has taken some brutal hits this year, and they've just acted like they never saw it. Refs sometimes act oblivious, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's not even necessarily that. It's Ethan Frazier is fouled pretty much every time he gets the ball. So when he does go down, the referee is like, well, dude, you've been hit the same way that many times. Obviously can't be a foul. And Frazier has it now in the attacking third. He's going to cut in, put the defender on skates. It's bouncing. Guzman tries to put it in, and it's going to be deflected just wide. And Frazier causing problems for this Viking defense. And you thought the Tuscarora Huskies were about to double their lead here, but the Viking defense is doing just enough, using that bend, don't break mentality. Still down 1-0, however, with 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in this one.
And even though that goal or that shot attempt by Frazier didn't go in, I thought for sure that Guzman's shot would go in, but he just couldn't get enough air under that, and it just kind of hit a leg.
And nothing threatening off that Tuscarora corner is going to go out well above the net, and that will bring up a Vikings goal kick. The right leg of Bonner is going to put it in play. Going to move to the right side, and that one's going to go out of bounds on the near touchline. And the wind definitely a factor here at Fortune Field. Got me in a crew neck in May. I don't really like that, but Avalar with the throw-in, long throw-in, trying to find Frazier. Frazier's going to try to chest it down. Moena and the Vikings fighting for it. Diaz is there, but the Vikings going to keep away with it. And Linder going to step up there and knock it just out of bounds for a Viking throw-in.
And as you were saying, I agree with that because I wasn't anticipating a little chilly night, as the rest of the week's been pretty hot. So I found a turtleneck, and you're right. I was like, hey, maybe it won't be hot, maybe it will. But luckily, I wore it. Would have been freezing with a short sleeve shirt.
Personally, I had to go back to my car. I didn't think that far ahead. 4:30 remaining in this first half. 1-0. The Vikings possessing it well in their own end. Long pass going to be headed away by Linder, not a Viking in the same zip code as Linder. Not sure where that pass was intended. Guzman, long pass with the left foot, going to be collected by Diaz off the rebound. And Ethan Frazier has it now. Nifty bit of skill from him. Galway has it at the top of the box. And Gonzalez trying to cut in. Bonner is there. And he's going to poke it just enough to get away from Frazier. And Guzman collects it now for the Huskies. Avalar on this near touchline finds Guzman. Guzman and Avalar, very similar players, linking up on this near touchline. It's going to be poked away. The Viking player who poked it away going to be fouled promptly by number 8, Oliver Rivera.
Right, clear foul there.
And that's what the Tuscarora Huskies do to you. It's never been easy to play in Fortune Field, and that's always the mentality we had when I played for this team back, is just, hey, you either get the ball or you get the man. And Riviera certainly got a lot of the man on that tackle. So Avalar going to pretend to move quickly with the set piece. Just a light foul there in the middle of midfield. Avalar going to move back to Linder. Linder to Sten. Sten's going to clear it wide. Deep in the attacking end now is Frazier. Frazier to the right winger now. Now to Linder. Linder moving forward. Trying to flick it on to now. Going to be stolen away by the Vikings. Vikings have it in the middle midfield now. Moving up. Linder is there yet again. Linder has been all over that right side of the field. The Vikings not able to get anything going over there. And just when you think they have a shot, Adam Linder is right there. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. As we will approach under the 2-minute mark, it will be up to the official on when the time ends. The Huskies clear it away, and the Vikings clear it away. Not too much possession now. Again, we move back to this back and forth kickball variety of soccer being played here. And Linder trying to move it on, get something to go. And you see that happen a lot in high school soccer. As the game goes on, the legs get heavy and fatigue starts to set in. It's just much easier to kick the ball away as opposed to being cerebral and trying to move through the middle of midfield.
Right.
So we are now on the ref's whistle. at the end of this first half. Throwing on the far side for the Vikings. Nifty bit of skill there from the winger. Goes in, cleared away inside the box by Avalar. Looks like he might have tweaked an ankle there earlier, gingerly walking. Avalar obviously will stay in this one. Long throw in from Krug. And Sten's going to come away with that one. Fakes the clearance, and that will go out for a goal kick. And the Tuscarora Huskies on defense have been smart, as Diaz and Galway are going to come out for the Tuscarora Huskies, and back in is William Mennavar and Brian Polo. Goal kick from Soriano, going to be headed on by Guzman, who is then headed on by Ethan Frazier. Tuscarora Huskies backing off that early press. Polo going to steal the clearance away. Polo fighting for it now. Going to be poked away and stolen by number 7 of the Vikings, Moises Hernandez.
Nice.
And William now is there, and he is going to win a set piece just at midfield for the Huskies.
Good job there by Now, being aggressive.
And you just love to see it. This Tuscarora Husky team, top to bottom, plays the same brand. And that will be the final whistle of the first half as we will head into halftime. The score here at Fortune Field, Tuscarora 1, Loudoun Valley nothing. As we will step aside for a short intermission, we will be back with more high school soccer here at Fortune Field. We return here to football at Fortune Field here on North King Street. It is 1-0, 35 seconds left before this second half is set to kick off. The Tuscarora Huskies sporting a 1-0 lead. Jack, we've seen this low block setup from the Loudoun Valley Vikings work for the majority of that first half. Obviously, Tuscarora Husky able to squeak one by courtesy of Ethan Frazier. But just what are your thoughts about Loudoun Valley and how they could kind of change their mindset going into the second half and hopefully be able to take out this Tuscarora team?
So if you're Valley, I like their approach defensively. Even though they've let up a goal, they're pressuring around Frazier and they're getting like 3 guys around him. And Tuscarora's not really spacing out around Frazier. So Frazier's kind of just expected to do something with it, as we were talking about earlier. But if Valley can kind of get a push on offense and they could just get some shots up on goal, and no matter what way it is, if they can just try, I think that would at least put them in the game. But until then, I think it might stay the same, just back and forth.
And the Tuscarora Huskies start off with possession. They will cycle through. Gonzalez has it now moving into the Vikings' end. The Huskies now moving left to right. The Vikings moving right to left. Gonzalez trying to play it on to William Aya. And that is going to be cleared away by the Viking defense. Cross came across the net. But David Sams was there for the Vikings like he has been all game.
Sent that one right to the moon.
Taking it a little bit of time to reset something. If you know you're going to give up the corner, might as well send it over the track.
Right.
Give yourself time to set up. And Gonzalez, the lefty outswinger, is going to put this one in right across the 18. That one's going to be headed on. Almost went in. Just a little too far off the far post. Maya trying to flick it on. And it just does not fall.
Would have been a pure highlight right there.
And unfortunate for the Tuscarora Huskies. And the Tuscarora Huskies have it now at midfield. Frazier moving forward. Going to flick it on. Going to be poked just out of bounds, and that will be a Tuscarora Husky throw, and Frazier going to take it quickly to Guzman. Long overarching ball intended for Galway. Galway gonna somehow got his head to it.
Yeah.
That I can't even begin to explain that for those at home who can't see the game going on. All I got to say is I don't know how he got his head to that.
He like bent over, stuck his leg up, and somehow the ball just bounced off his head still.
And not necessarily he was intending for it to happen, bounce off the side of his head. But nonetheless, the Tuscarora Huskies got possession of it. The Vikings have it now. Avalar going to poke it away. Polo fighting in the middle of midfield. Good challenge, and even better challenge from the Vikings. Bell moving forward now. And at the end, it will turn into nothing as Soriano had it. Soriano, overarching punt. Going to be flicked on by Frazier. Galway is there. Moena moving into the final third, and it's going to be poked out of bounds by Bonner. And Bonner kind of acting as that sweeper for the Viking defense, just patrolling that back line. Frazier has it now off the throw-in. Frazier working. He's going to cross it in. Going to be poked up by Bonner. And Guzman going to chip it in, looking for Ethan Frazier, and the Vikings just trying to fight and get it away. And that will go out for a corner.
And one thing I like about Guzman setting plays up is that he has insane touch with his passes, and that he could honestly, when he wants to, sometimes get that ball wherever he wants it to go. And if he wants it on the right side, over the shoulder, left side, right in the foot, it doesn't matter. He's going to get it there.
Gonzalez going to come over to this near touchline to take the corner. The in-swinger now. Great piece. Going to fall across. Diego Avalar was there. He's going to get knocked over by a Viking defender. He was in hot pursuit of that one out of the air, but unfortunate for the Tuscarora Huskies, it is going to fall It's a Viking possession. Byrne going to scoop that one up. Going to move to his right to Bonner. Bonner going to move in the middle of midfield to Raheen. Raheen moving upfield. Traversing midfield now are the Vikings. Newport is there off the right wing. The Tuscarora Huskies going to come away with it, however. Avalar going to poke it away now. Riviera has it. On to Maea. On to Frazier. Frazier has the pass. Maea is in. One-on-one with the keeper. Tried to put it back on his right foot. Should have went with the left. It's going to be poked away. Frazier now still threatening. The Huskies are still here, and Frazier slots it home. And Ethan Frazier, if somebody else can't do it, might as well do it yourself. Ethan Frazier pass it on. Maea unable to finish it, and Ethan Frazier with the rebound takes it from the top of the box, moves to his left, and with a difficult angle, going to slot that one past Byrne. The Tuscarora Huskies up 2-0 now on the Loudoun Valley Vikings.
And as you're saying again, this is one of those moments where Frazier just goes, you know what, screw you guys, I'm going to take it myself. And it pays off once again. That's his second goal of the game.
And Ethan Frazier has been class all 4 years of Tuscarora, the Region 4C Player of the Year last year. Somehow didn't win the district, but yet won the region. Jury is still out on that. I think he was the district Player of the Year, but that's just my personal non-expert opinion. Nobody would disagree with me. And Polo going to clear that one away for a Viking throw in the Tuscarora attacking third. Excuse me, defensive third.
So he won the region, but didn't win the district.
Yep.
So how does that? How does
it make sense, Jack? I have no idea. I'm just an announcer.
Huh.
And Raheen going to move to his left. Guarded closely by Polo. He's going to cycle it back. Raheen with it again. Great pass on the back to Bonner. Bonner's got it at the midfield right there at that blue and black tee of Tuscarora.
That's like winning like National Player of the Year in the country, but somehow didn't win National State Player of the Year.
To be fair to Lucas Caldes of Dominion, he is an elite player, but I still don't understand how you give one to the other. But nonetheless, Vikings have it now off that far touchline. Ethan Frazier and Guzman both there. They're going to get passed around up the touchline, and Avalar is there for the final intervention. And that will be a Tuscarora throw-in. Gonzalez has it in his hands now. Long throw in from Gonzalez, trying to find Frazier. Frazier spins off. A fight for the ball is won away by the Vikings. And Maea going to quickly win it back for the Tuscarora Huskies, but it will promptly go out for a Viking throw-in. Off the far touchline now is Raheen.
And this is where the Vikings want to push.
And Raheen going to try to play it inside. He did have Hernandez. Hernandez just going to poke that one up the line, but it will go out of bounds. At the end, nothing threatening. The Vikings are building in to the attacking third well, just similar to how the Tuscarora Huskies were at the beginning of the first half. Just didn't have anything to show for it. Miguel Soriano with the goal kick. Over end kick, going to fall just out of bounds off the header. It will be a Tuscarora throw-in. Linder throws it into Polo. Polo chests it down, and he's driving now at the back four. Great bit of skill there from Polo. Finds Frazier. And Frazier is going to get tasked with the foul. Both him and the center back had outstretched arms, that being Raheen, but at the end of the day, it will be a set piece.
Right, and it may just be my opinion, but I like when the ref just lets them play there and just see who's the more physical player and comes out with the ball, and I think that's more rewarding for the players as well.
And I think that's one thing that makes soccer so interesting is the dynamic between the players and the referee. Is that one going to be scooped up by Byrne just in time? Ethan Frazier was there, but back to what I was saying is there's very few sports. Obviously, football is a heavy-duty contact sport pretty much unless you do something wrong. they're going to call you for it. But soccer, there's a lot more up to interpretation, and I think that's something that's very fun about the game is the sense that this guy's going to let us play, this guy's not, and knowing and being able to feel out the referee in the first 15 minutes and play accordingly. And one testament is always to say I've watched a lot of football, watched a lot of soccer, watched a lot of hockey, seen teams win, bad teams lose, bad teams win, never seen somebody beat the ref.
Right, and I like that analogy because I play rugby, and which is also kind of like a sport like soccer when you talk about the refs, that you kind of have to understand the ref. And some games that means that the ref's going to let you just have a full-out brawl with the other players, and some games that means that if you tackle a little bit too high, you're getting called for it. But it's just finding that balance. It's always fun in sports, and it's cool to interpret.
And it will go out for a goal kick. We're back to that limited possession from both teams, pinballing back and forth in the middle of midfield with long clearances. And that one just went too far up the Tuscarora end. And Soriano now back to kick the goal kick. Soriano, low-driven ball right at the feet of Guzman. It's an excellent ball, an excellent touch from Guzman. And Frazier's going to get knocked off the ball by Bonner, and that will be a Tuscarora set piece just inside the Viking end.
Right, and I think that was another one that they were just like, all right, maybe we have to call this one. Didn't call the last few. The Frazier rule.
Frazier rule. I love it. And William now has it now. He's going to play it back to Guzman. Will now has it. Over to Gonzalez. Frazier now. Dancing with it at his feet. Gets it caught up under him. And just a little too much from Ethan Frazier. The Vikings going to poke that one away. Polo now going to make up for it. Polo now off that far side. Going to dump it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside to Polo. Great vision there from the fullback. Polo has it now in that far corner. And the Vikings fighting for it. Polo is still there. They're fighting in the corner. Can't imagine their time wasting already. And Polo says he won the corner. The referee is going to say it's a goal kick. So a good fight there from the senior Brian Polo. However, it will still be a Viking goal kick nonetheless.
And despite this team, Tuscarora's team being senior carried, they have a lot of great young core players, a great underclassmen. And I think that this team still has a lot of potential coming in the future, and it seems like they always have that. It seems like they always have a great young core. But it might just be my perspective since I'm new here. What are your thoughts on that?
The Tuscarora Huskies, it's just there's a big soccer population at this school, and all the way back, I believe it was so obviously my sophomore year would have been cut off due to COVID, but junior year we were in the top half of the district. Made it to the district championship and then lost, obviously. And then last year, the boys made it all the way to the state champion quarterfinals. And now, obviously, looking at a similar trajectory this season, I just think you never really know what's going to happen with high school sports, obviously. Just one freshman could change the game for everybody that nobody knows about. But
Right.
I think the Tuscarora Huskies will be just fine. 2-0 here at Fortune Field. 27 minutes left in this one. Viking throw-in on the touchline goes out for a Tuscarora throw-in. Adam Linder going to move inside. Going to be stolen away by the Vikings. Stolen back by Ethan Frazier. Frazier dancing with it. He's got a horde of Vikings around him. Sten going to move it upfield to Gawe. Gawe into Polo. Great football. Polo in the middle of midfield, and Riviera tried the step over. Gawe still has it, and Gawe with an errant cross is going to go out for a goal kick. Just got too far under it, Gawe did. And the Tuscarora with great link-up play there, moving into the attacking third, but yet again, nothing to show for it.
And it's almost like every time Frazier has the ball, he's got his personal bodyguards around him, just following everywhere he goes, not letting him go too many places, but it's kind of funny to see.
And the long clearance, Avalar tried to let it go out off that far touchline. He's going to be fouled.
Yeah, no, he just got some tough turf burn.
So Avalar going to get a set piece here deep in his own end, just off that 20-yard line. He's going to send it all the way up. Now fighting for it. It's going to be headed away by Bonner. And Bonner, just that anchor point for that Viking back four, keeping them in this one. And the Vikings steal it away from Frazier. Goes out for a Tuscarora throw-in just inside the Viking half. And one thing to note, they always do say 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football.
We almost saw it in the World Cup.
Yeah, you give up one goal, they got all the momentum. You give up that second goal, it's tied, and the momentum is certainly not in your favor. You see a lot of games go 3-2, 4-2 because of that. I've been on both ends of those games, some unfortunately, some fortunately. The Tuscarora Huskies attempting to link up between Gonzalez and Will now off the far end. Bonner going to clear this one away. And Avalar is there. Avalar back to Soriano. Soriano going to turn with it. Nifty bit of skill there from the goalkeeper.
He's playing with him.
Reminds me of Crazy Joe Hart from back in the day. Real soccer fans will know that one. And the ball into Galway. Galway's in on net. Galway finds it, and it's going to be poked just outside. Maena Galway, a fan favorite to be sure.
Nearly a goal.
And nearly a goal for the senior. So we'll go out for a Tuscarora Husky throw-in. And after that one, Maena Galway. And number 8, Oliver Riviera, will come out, and into the game is William Maea and Maena Galway. Off this near side for the corner is Carlos Gonzalez. The in-swinger comes, and they need to find Diego Avalar unmarked on the back post. However, unfortunately for the Vikings, Tuscarora Huskies unable to take care of business. Soriano now has it all the way back in his own box. He's going to find Adam Linder to his right. Linder plays it up, trying to find Maea. He pokes it through for Diaz. Diaz one-on-one up the right wing. Diaz fighting now almost to the end line. Ronaldo's chops into the middle of midfield. Maea has it now, cutting in the box, is going to be taken away by Cruid. Maea right up there, going to ground, will force the Viking throw-in and keep them pinned back deep in their own end.
Phenomenal defense there.
And the Vikings now have it. They're going to get around Sten and Linder. Linder going to make a good recovery, and Avalar is there. The clearance going to be corralled by Maea, and Maea is moving upfield to Frazier. Frazier has now off that far end, going to elect to calm down, reset. They pick up Polo. Polo cutting in now. Going to cut onto that left foot. Trying to find now around the fullback on the far side, but it is going to be cleared away. You'd almost like Brian Polo to be a little selfish with that one there, cutting in on his strong foot. Definitely a guy you would want shooting at the top of the box.
And it's kind of funny because a few times this year we've seen Polo be too unselfish, where he's passed up open goals for a pass for his teammate, and sometimes it doesn't even become a goal.
And Ryan moving upfield, he's going to dribble out of bounds. William Maea in hot pursuit of Raheen. And Linder into Maea. Maea looking a little gas as he's going to play back to Linder. Linder to Polo. Polo with a long ball over the top to William now on that far touchline. Now's going to cut in. Now over to Diaz. Diaz looking to shoot. One too many touches. He still has it. And now is going to be fouled. Now on the 50-50. Just beat the Viking to it. And Ethan Frazier, I would imagine, is the only option for this one on that right foot. We've seen Frazier score already this year from a set piece. definitely has a knack for it. Carlos Gonzalez and Brian Polo, two other good free kick takers standing over it. Gonzalez is the lefty. It is a little bit off to that right side of the net, so Gonzalez definitely has the advantage over the wall, but Ethan Frazier can play that low one around the right side, whipping it around off the near post he likes so much. He's going to play it into the wall. Ethan Frazier's there with a second chance, and that one just over the bar.
I know that one hurt whoever that hit right there.
I believe that was Bonner taking the strike to the gut from Ethan Frazier. Frazier just didn't get over the top of the volley. It was great contact. Just rose, right over the bar. And Bonner has it now with the goal kick. Going to go into Tuscarora territory. Going to be headed on by Adam Linder. Krug has it now for the Vikings. Spinning off him is Palmer. Palmer now going to find Krug again. Krug into the middle of midfield. He was looking for Hernandez. Hernandez had it for a second, but Avalar going to clear that one away. Bonner heads it on off the back line. William now gets it for the Huskies. On to Diaz. Diaz trying to find Mea is going to lose it, and he's going to commit an unfortunate foul on Solomon Stevens. It was a good call, not a foul you want to give up if you're Diaz.
Right, definitely unintentional, but still.
And that's one thing, I hate to call it flopping, but being able to put your body in position where the defender can foul you is definitely something that a lot of elite players do. The ball is going to bounce off the ref, so that will be Tuscarora ball.
Come on, Huskies, don't let up!
Avalar going to take the drop ball over to Linder. Linder to Mea. Mea on the right wing, going to cut inside. Got two Vikings on him, still dancing is Mea.
Oh, hot potato.
And the clearance not cleared out too well, but now Palmer has it, and he's driving. It's a 3-on-5 for the Vikings. And the Vikings look threatening now, but as it has been all night, Avalar is there.
And that was Valley's chance right there.
The Tuscarora Huskies still holding on to that 2-0 lead. 18 minutes left in this one. And Frazier going to play Polo on. He's on sides, one-on-one with Bonner. And Polo just going to overrun that one, bounce over his head. Frazier still has it, cutting at the top of the box. Frazier lets one fly, and that's going to be well over the bar.
Look at the power on that kick.
Ethan Frazier put the laces through that one, that's for sure, Jack, but unable to keep it below the bar.
Huskies number 8, Oliver Rivera Escobedo.
And the Vikings going to go short with the goal kick. Ryan has it. Going to move to his right to Bonner. Bonner going to be harassed by Ethan Frazier. He's going to play it long. Avalar is going to come away with it. On to Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the middle of midfield to Guzman. Guzman going to cut back, and he's going to be fouled. And Guzman got cleated on that one. That doesn't feel good.
Ooh.
Right on the back of the Achilles. Guzman as tough as they come.
Definitely the cringiest spot to get hit.
Yeah, definitely not a fun one. Guzman off the set piece is going to find Linder in the middle midfield. Linder with a lot of space driving at the back four. And Ethan Frazier somehow corrals it in the corner. Everybody thought the ball was set to go out. And Ethan Frazier has it. Going to get around the cross. Will now with the header.
Ooh.
Is going to be poked just wide by Byrne. Should have caught it between the sticks, and it just goes out for a Tuscarora throw-in. Excuse me, corner kick. And Carlos Gonzalez will take it yet again for the Tuscarora Huskies. The in-swinger from Gonzalez going to be headed away again by Bonner. And Byrne going to jump up and claim that one. The punt from Byrne now into Tuscarora's end. Headed away by Avalar. Heavy tackle out of the air. And Linder's there again with a tackle of his own. The Vikings still have it, however. And Linder going to come in just late again on the second tackle on Krug.
Final 15 minutes.
Still a 2-0 lead for the Tuscarora Huskies. Bonner going to put that one into Tuscarora's end. The Tuscarora Huskies deal with it well. Diaz has it. Going to play Frazier on. Frazier in and behind the defense. Going to cut back. Waiting for the rest of the Huskies. He moves to his right to Diaz. Diaz cutting up that line with the right foot. Diaz in front of net. Comes across goal. And William now was there but unable to put it in. Now couldn't give the convincing blow. And Guzman has it now. Going to drop it back into Riviera. Riviera now at the top of the box. Going to roll back to Frazier. Frazier sitting at the 20-yard line. He's going to move to the far touchline to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the in-swinger, one-time cross. Going to fall to Diaz on the far post. Diaz lets one fly, and that's wide. The Tuscarora Huskies well in this valley and in the later stages of this second half.
Right, they've opened up this second half offensively. Even though they've only scored 1 point, they've gotten a multitude more of shots on goal. Sorry.
And Guzman going to head that one on. Riviera is there. Riviera into Guzman. Guzman dances around the official and a Viking defender. Still has it. Plays it back to Riviera in the middle of midfield. Ooh. Riviera with a run, with a Maradona spin. And Maea goes to Diaz. Diaz finds Guzman. Back to Maea. The Tuscarora Huskies look threatening. Maea's going to let one fly with the left foot, excuse me. And that one's going to be well wide. Almost went out for a goal kick. It was so wide. And Ethan Frazier not happy with that one. And Bonner has it now off the goal kick. Going to play it into the middle of midfield. It's going to be headed out by Diego Avalar.
And as someone who's never played soccer, can I ask, do those headbutts, do they ever take a toll after time?
Only if you hit it wrong. If it goes off the top of your head, if you hit it with the crown of your head. And a lot of people don't understand you're hitting the ball with your head. You're not letting it hit you. And if you let it hit you, it's definitely going to hurt.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying, playing defender with guys who hit it pretty far like Bonner does. Your head's going to hurt after the game, but it's one of those things. The adrenaline's going. You're not going to feel it too much. And Will now with great defense on the inside. The Vikings inside the Tuscarora Huskies box. And Miguel Soriano is going to collect the weak shot. Vikings look threatening there for a second as they did just a few moments ago. Soriano going to drop it to the right foot. Going to put this one.
Nuked that one up there. Jeez.
And Diaz tried to flick it on. It's going to go back to Colin Byrne. The Vikings cycling it now. Going to move it in the middle of midfield. Can't find a Viking. Instead find Guzman. Riviera has it now, and he's going to be fouled. He as well took a cleat to the back of the leg. Again, never a fun sensation, that's for sure.
Definitely don't like cleats. I've eaten a few cleats in the leg. I have a few scars.
Definitely not fun.
No, especially when a kid just lands on your leg and his cleat goes in. That is not fun at all.
Definitely not. And Linder going to commit a foul there. He's going to get booked for that one. A tactical foul from Adam Linder, and that's just what good defenders do. He knew he was beat. He took the guy out before he could keep going and stop the play. And into the game for the first time tonight will be number 2, Jake Duenas.
And is there a foul limit in soccer?
There's no foul limit, 2 yellow cards and you're gone, however.
Oh.
High school soccer rule mandates if you get a yellow card, you have to come out of the game. That is not a real rule, just an American high school rule. So Will now has it on the far touchline. The Tuscarora Huskies looking to counterattack off the set piece. It's going to be poked away by Sams. And Will now going to force him all the way back. Throwing deep in their own end. Bonner has it. Frazier is there trying to take it away from the big guy. And he forces him to make an errant pass. Diaz collects it. Riviera came away with the steal. Riviera has it now. Going to assess his options, move forward to now. Now back into Frazier. Frazier got jumped on by a Viking, and they're moving upfield now. And Avalar with a tackle of his own back. You love to see that from your center back. Kind of an unspoken rule in soccer as a defender. You see one of your guys get hit upfield, you got to do your own share of hitting as they move upfield. 10 minutes left in this second half of play. The Tuscarora Huskies still up 2-0. A throw in now from the far side in the Tuscarora own end for the Vikings. And they will mishandle that one. That will go out for a Tuscarora throw in. And Linder will come back into this game after his yellow. He'll have to be careful. And Diaz will also come out for Brian Polo. And Linder will return to that right back position. Long throw in from Gonzalez. Guzman into Riviera. Now is fighting for it. The Tuscarora Huskies getting played through now by Hernandez. Avalar being the last man standing. Going to clear that one. The Vikings have it again. Vikings fighting at the top of the box, and they're going to say fouled by Brian Polo.
Oh.
You could see Andrew Palmer, the sophomore of the Vikings, doesn't like that call. Avalar going to play a long one over to Ethan Frazier. And Ethan Frazier with a little showboat skill there. And Ethan Frazier now moving upfield with it. Going to move over to that far side for William now. Now going to cut in. Has Guzman at the top of the box. Finds him. Guzman, one touch, takes the shot.
Oh.
And just wide.
Wow.
Just barely wide for Matthew Guzman. You could just tell he was licking his chops when he saw that ball come in from William now. With a touch of the right foot, open the hips and let one fly. And he misses that one just barely.
Yeah, I really wanted that one to go in. Beautiful kick, despite it not connecting.
And Will now will come out of the game, and in will be number 17, Moena Galway.
Good job, William.
Galway obviously had that chance in that first half to put one between the sticks. Just couldn't come away with it. And Polo going to take it away from the Vikings in their own end. Costly turnover could be for the Vikings. Guzman going to move across the field to the near side to Maya. Maya onto the wing to Frazier. Frazier cuts in with the left. Maradona spins his way through 3 defenders, but at the end of the day, it will go out for a goal kick.
If he could get a shot out of that, that would have been amazing.
And that's what the Vikings have done so well. It's when Ethan Frazier gets it, just collapse in and around him, almost like in basketball where you know when a guy cuts in, collapse in, try to force him to make an errant pass, and they did just that. Sten trying to head that clearance on. Linder going to have to play it back to Soriano, and he's going to clear it away.
Good job, Miguel. Good job.
Oh.
And that one going to glance off the head of Jake Duenas on the bench. And Krug with the throw in. Sten is going to clear it away. Frazier has it now. Going to cut back at the midfield. He's got runners with him. He's going to play it all the way across to Galway. Galway now one-on-one on the left wing. Going to play it back into Goose. Goose trying to go ticky-tacky, but could not get it to go. And Polo going to corral it for the Huskies. He's going to move to Gonzalez on his left. Still on that far side are the Huskies. Riviera over to Guzman. Going to be poked away. Palmer heads it on for the Vikings. Linder's there with a header of his own. fighting for it with Stevens. Frazier has it now on this near touchline. It's going to be poked out of bounds by Stevens. And Linder into Frazier. And Frazier going to cut in, smartly plays it off the feet of Stevens for another Tuscarora throw-in. Aaron touch from Frazier off the throw and going to produce a clearance for the Vikings, corralled by Polo at midfield. The Vikings pinning the Tuscarora Huskies pinning the Vikings back. May, a lovely bit of skill. And they're going to say he fouled Krug. Both of them were fighting for it.
Aggressive play there.
Those calls are always frustrating to make from an officiating perspective. Both guys fouling each other. Who are you going to give the whistle to? And Avalar out of the air. Just a menace on that back line for the Tuscarora Huskies. And Gawe passes it back on. It's a 2-on-1 for the Tuscarora Huskies. Gawe's going to cut in on that right foot. He plays it.
Oh.
It's going to be saved by Byrne. It was a great look for Moena, Gawe, and the Huskies. But Byrne going to come up big for the Vikings. Sten takes the punt out of the air, plays it to Guzman. Guzman to Gawe on that far side. Gawe back to Polo. Polo in the middle of midfield. Cutting in now is Riviera. Riviera fouled. Referee plays advantage. Polo has it. Gawe to Gonzalez. Tuscarora Huskies looking to switch to it. Have to find someone in midfield. They find Polo. Is going to be stolen away. Stevens was there for the Vikings, and now they're driving down the line.
Oh.
Big touch there from the Vikings, and Avalar's going to just poke it away. The Vikings still have it. And Gonzalez is going to get pushed down in his own box, trying to shield it away. No call comes. And the Vikings still threatening now. Krug has it on this near side. Krug tries to play it in. Miguel Soriano is going to jump up and grab that one with two hands. No worry for 0-0 for the Tuscarora Huskies. Still 2-0 here.
So far,
4 minutes left in this ball game.
So far, masterclass from Miguel today, even though he's not had to face too many shots. When he has, he's stepped up.
It's tough to stay switched on, definitely when you're not facing that many shots. However, Miguel has, as you said, been excellent all night for the Tuscarora Huskies, but hasn't had much to do courtesy of Diego Avalar. Has just been an absolute animal for the Huskies. Frazier has it now, cutting in into the final third. Going to move to his right, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Loudoun Valley Vikings within 5 yards of Ethan Frazier.
I think that's what you have to do, though. It's not too much containing him.
Definitely what you have to do. And we say containing him like he doesn't have 2 goals in this one.
Right. Right. I mean, honestly, I feel like they have been containing him, even though he scored 2 goals. It's just, I don't know. With the kind of player he is, I feel every game.
When you're marking guys of talent like Ethan Frazier and elite strikers, you have to be perfect.
Right.
And if you are not perfect, they are going to punish you. People often don't realize a perfect game of soccer is 0-0.
Right.
Defensive mistakes are what lead to goals. And that one going to be poked up. It was a throw-in, one deep in the Tuscarora zone by the Vikings. Polo lost it in possession. That one will dink around the box before going out for a goal kick. Jake Duenas has come back into the game. Adam Linder taking a little rest with 2 minutes left. We are now at the behest of the official. Soriano, long over-end goal kick. Going to be flicked on by Goose. A flick from Frazier as well. William now is there. Now in right wing for Maea. Frazier now has it. Going to play to Goose. Gets it right back. Frazier flicks it on to Riviera. Riviera to now on the wing. Over to Riviera, and Riviera loses it. And Krug with the throw in for the Vikings into Raheen. Raheen, long ball, going to be headed down by Duenas. Gonzalez is there, and he's going to clear that one away with his weak foot. It will go out for a Viking throw-in on this near side. The throw goes in, dangerous spot for the Vikings, and a shot from Stevens goes well wide. Going to be taken back from the Vikings, and it will go out for a goal kick. Stevens just unable to get over the top of that one. Struck it well with the outside of his foot, just curled away from the net. Soriano with the goal kick now. Trying to flick it on is Riviera. And he's going to get it stolen away by Sunday. The clearance, however, will be a Tuscarora throw-in on that far side.
Oh.
And Ethan Frazier going to get knocked off the ball there. You can feel that one.
Yeah, that definitely did not feel good.
And that will be a set piece. I believe he was offsides, was the call. Bonner is going to take that one. Long over-end kick for Bonner. Gonzalez is there to head it away with a flick on from Guzman. And that will be it. An anticlimactic end to that game as the Tuscarora Huskies get a coast to a 2-0 victory over the Loudoun Valley Vikings. It's been excellent having you all on the call with us tonight. And the Tuscarora Huskies will go on to face the winner of either Parkview or Broad Run. As I hope it will not be a Parkview win, will we be broadcasting that one from Tuscarora High School? Have to check that score. That game will be finishing up in just a few moments. As always, my name's Ronan Haycoop. He's Jack Holland. And we will see you guys when we see you.
Later.